Good day guys! Today, we shall continue the series of lecture videos for criminal law. Ang mga lecture videos na ito shall only be short, compact, and direct to the point. We shall only cover the salient topics and provisions of the revised penal code, various jurisprudence, doctrines, principles, and selected special penal laws. This lecture series can actually be used by criminology, political science, and legal management students. However, all students who are taking up criminal law and all those who want to learn about the criminal laws are very welcome here in our lecture series. For this lecture video, we shall discuss the key principles in incurring criminal liability such as error in personae, ABERRATIO ICTUS, and PRAETER INTENTIONEM. So, let us now start our discussion. We discuss first about error in personae. This means mistake of identity. In error in personae, a person is criminally responsible for committing an intentional felony although the victim is different from the intended victim due to mistake of identity. In layman's term, ito yung nawawmali. For example, Juan wanted to kill Pedro. Sa madilim na iskinita, he saw that someone was about to pass by. Believing that it was Pedro, he immediately drew his gun, pointed it to Pedro, and pulled off the trigger. Boom! Bagsak ang nabaril. But upon checking, the victim was not Pedro, but Ambo. Here, one is criminally liable for killing Ambo under the principle of error in personae. Now, we go to the second principle, and that is ABERRATIO ICTUS. This means mistake of blow. In ABERRATIO ICTUS, the person is criminally responsible for committing an intentional felony although the actual victim is different from the intended victim due to mistake of blow. Here, there are at least two victims, the intended victim and the third person who was hit by reason of mistake of blow. We go back to the previous example. Juan wanted to kill Pedro. So inabangan niya ito sa iskinita. When he saw Pedro, he immediately drew his gun, pointed it to Pedro, and pulled off the trigger. Boom! However, Pedro saw this at nakaiwas siya. Unluckily, Ambo was behind Pedro and siya ang tinamaan. Ambo died as a result at si Pedro nakatakas. Here, one is criminally liable under the principle of ABERRATIO ICTUS or mistake of blow. Now, the last principle that we are gonna discuss is PRAETER INTENTIONEM. This means unintentional. Here, a person shall incur criminal liability for committing an intentional felony although the wrongful consequence is graver than that is intended. Halimbawa, one wanted to cripple Pedro o lumpuhin siya. In so doing, he planned na barilin sa tuhod si Pedro. Being a sharpshooter, kayang-kaya niyang gawin yon. Hence, inabangan niya si Pedro sa iskinita at nang paparating na ito, he drew his gun, pointed it to the right knee of Pedro, and without Pedro noticing it, and he pulled the trigger. Boom! However, biglang napayo ko si Pedro dahil nakakita siya ng pera sa daan at pupulutin niya sana ito. Because of that, sa ulo niya tumama yung bala galing sa baril ni Juan. He died as a result. O diba? Parang final destination lang ang senaryo. Now, Juan is criminally liable under the principle of PRAETER INTENTIONEM. Okay, so to sum it up, you should remember that in incurring criminal liability, you should be familiar with the principles of error in personae, ABERRATIO ICTUS, and PRAETER INTENTIONEM. So, that's a wrap. See you again next time. I am Ian Gonzalez telling you, alamin natin ang batas upang hindi tayo mamuhay ng marahas. Thank you and God bless.